Welcome to this MyMC Media special report and update on the search for Sarah and Jacob Hoggle. It's been months since anyone has seen 4-year-old Sarah and her 2-year-old brother Jacob, who have been missing from their Clarksburg home since September. Despite searches by police and their family, there are no new leads in finding them. And as the family still searches for these missing children, police work to build a case against their mother, Catherine Hoggle. MyMC Media's Krista Brick joins us with the latest on this investigation.
This is the park where Troy Turner last played with Sarah and Jacob before they went missing in early September. Instead of celebrating Sarah's 4th birthday with her on November 20th, her dad went looking for her.
With what I truly believe in, what I know is going to happen, I can come here and almost in a happy way think, okay, we'll be back here again soon.
According to a psychiatric evaluation, Catherine Hoggle is not competent to stand trial and face 3 misdemeanor charges in their disappearance. Family says she is a diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. She's being held at Perkins Hospital Center, being treated for mental illness. Her attorney, David Felsen, has asked the court to drop charges against his client, saying the police inappropriately interrogated her while she was at Perkins. And he claims she has had a decline in her mental state since police met with her in October.
The mental health issues here are profound. This isn't a case of where somebody just is feeling a little blue. This is profound psychosis, at least as we understand it.
Montgomery County District Court Judge Eugene Wolfe did not yet rule on the defense's request, and State's Attorney John McCarthy said his office is building a case against Catherine Hoggle, and new charges might include homicide.
In light of the fact that we have not seen these children, that is something we are pursuing and investigating with the police. That is something that is actively being investigated. Whether that's the appropriate charge, final decision will come in the next several weeks.
The case has been heart-wrenching for Catherine Hoggle's mother, Lindsey Hoggle, who is desperate to find her grandchildren and understand her daughter.
She knows as a mother, I have unconditional love, and so there's that angst of, tell me where they are. I love you. I do not love what you've done. And the right thing to do is to tell us where they are, tell someone else where they are, so that we get Sarah and Jacob back as soon as possible.
Krista Brick was recently granted an exclusive interview with Catherine Hoggle's defense attorney, David Felsen.
Why would you want this case?
Well, I've been a lawyer for over 25 years. I have been doing criminal cases for over 25 years. I represent people that are in need of the skills, the advice, and the zealousness of an attorney. Someone came to us through my partner, John Sargent, and needed some help. That's why I took the case.
Has she said anything to you about her children? Has she brought that up to you?
I can't comment on that.
If she were to have said, I took my children, or I know where my children are, what is your responsibility as an attorney?
My responsibilities are laid out in the rules of professional conduct. I can't comment, obviously, on whether she has said anything about that or not. The attorney-client privilege is one of the most important pillars of the judicial system, especially involving criminal cases. We do have responsibilities, but in this case, I can't comment on any conversations between myself and my client.
Do you feel any sense of responsibility to try to figure out what did happen to these kids?
I can't comment on that.
Mr. Felsen also addressed a Clifton T. Perkins Hospital Center report about Catherine Hoggle's mental state and her competency to stand trial.
The issue of competency deals with the ability of any particular defendant to assist, to understand what's going on in the process, in the trial process, and also to be able to assist their attorneys in representing that particular defendant.
Another twist in this case, Mr. Felsen has filed a motion asking the courts to dismiss the case against his client because he said police talked to her without his permission.
We're dealing with somebody who has significant mental health issues, is in the throes of those mental health issues. We asserted all of Ms. Hoggle's rights to have counsel present, to remain silent, and those assertions, those rights, those protections were ignored. And I understand what the police will say in order to justify their conduct, but we believe it's caused substantial and hopefully not irreparable, but possibly irreparable harm to her.
At the end of this interview, Mr. Felsen told MyMC Media that he has turned down offers from TV talk show host Dr. Phil and Nancy Grace for interviews about this case. During Catherine Hoggle's first appearance in court since her September arrest, the judge denied a request by Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy to have her temporarily released into the custody of the police so she could show them where she left the children.
I think the family is disappointed with that. But again, I thought my primary obligation as the state's attorney was to provide the court with the information we had and ask them for permission to allow her to help us find these children.
The lead detective in this investigation is Captain Darren Francke, and he recently talked to MyMC Media about the judge's decision on that request and the defense's motion to dismiss the charges.
We have 2 children out there that their client claims to be alive, and we're trying to locate them. And the Montgomery County Police will do everything within the bounds of the law to try and find out where those children are. So, you know, not surprised by it. It doesn't bother me at the least, and we will continue to do what we can to bring Sarah and Jacob home. And like I said, we'll abide by the court decision. Obviously, we're just going to continue to be innovative and creative and trying to figure out what happened to Sarah and Jacob. Catherine is choosing not to tell where the kids are. She's making that choice. So even though the system plays a part in it, certainly the end party of this is Catherine Hoggle. She knows what happened to the kids. She could easily tell us today where the kids are and what happened to them, despite what her attorney's saying. But she's not choosing to do so.
A Gaithersburg victims' rights organization is now working with the family to bring Sarah and Jacob home. MyMC Media's Krista Brick joins us with that story. Krista?
A local nonprofit called the Victims' Rights Foundation has started a reward fund to help in the search for missing Sarah and Jacob.
We found in the past, not only here but nationally, when the reward is high, everybody starts looking, because especially with the economy being the way it is now, people are incentivized by funds. So I think absolutely that if we can get this reward to grow, somebody will say something.
The Victims' Rights Foundation put up the first $1,000 and is asking for donations. The money goes to the person who helps bring the children home. So far, the reward has topped more than $1,500.
Some people are motivated by money. Maybe it'll get some people paying attention who typically wouldn't.
We're hoping that the public will respond and go to our website, which is victimsrightsfoundation.org, to make their donations. 100% of the funds that are raised will be given to that person or persons who find or help find our 2 missing children. And we do believe at the Victims' Rights Foundation that in fact they are still alive, that somebody has them.
Meanwhile, searchers continue to look for the children who were last seen with their mother, Catherine Hoggle, who faces misdemeanor charges in their disappearance. Police are asking for a renewed effort in the community to search their properties for signs of the children.
One of the things that can hurt us is time. Time, as it goes by, people miss things, people begin to forget. So we'll continue to work it. We'll continue the search. The searching part becomes difficult. At some point, you've searched everywhere you can to the best of your abilities. But as far as running out leads, this is still in the forefront of our office. It will remain in the forefront of our office because honestly, the investigators don't want to let it go.
If you would like to help bring closure for this family, there are several ways to get involved. First, log on to the Find Sarah, Find Jacob website, where you'll find a donation link to aid in the search. There's also a poster with photos of the missing children and a tip form where you can leave information anonymously. You can also visit the Facebook page that was set up to post information about new searches and where you can leave words of encouragement for the family. Finally, you can volunteer to help the family search for Sarah and Jacob by meeting at the Germantown Community Center each weekend, anytime from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Montgomery Community Media is committed to covering this story until our community and this family has closure. Visit the MyMC Media website for the latest news and developments in this case. For MyMC Media, I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for watching.